Hey guys, AppleCowProdigy here, and I'm going to do my review for Breaking Bad Season 5, Episode 11, Confessions. Holy shit. Now this might go down, and in my mind currently, it's probably a top 10, top 5 episode of Breaking Bad ever. And because of two moments mainly, and the rest of it's also just phenomenal still, but there's also one moment in particular. That would be the episode finale or season finale of any other show I know besides maybe Game of Thrones. This is in the third episode in the middle of it. It's like, holy shit. Before we get there, I'm going to have my notes over here and remember what happened and go through the episode. We're going to talk about it. Comment below if you want to add anything, want to correct me on anything. I don't really, I love all your comments. I don't really care if you correct me because I'd rather get the information correct later on than wrong all the time. Let's get started. Spoilers from this point on. You got 5 seconds. Okay, let's go. Starts off with Todd. He's on the phone explaining what happened to, I don't know. I'm not sure who he was actually talking to, because his dad's gang was there, or his uncle's gang. It's the dad or his uncle. I'm pretty sure it's uncle. His uncle's gang was still there. So I'm not sure exactly who he was talking to. But then he goes and he's having dinner, and what stuck out to me in this was that he's just gonna, so we did this legal stuff, we did this legal stuff. That's something Hank could get as a witness saying, no, he is the crime lord. No, here's some of my evidence. Because Todd's like, yeah, this will happen. But that's also to his family, not to a DEA agent. The head of the DEA, nonetheless. Todd's going to run his own lab, and it looked like this was outside New Mexico because it says welcome to New Mexico, which means they're going toward it, which means the bus was not in it, and now they're going back to Walter White, and maybe that's why he has the gun in the flash forward. Hank talks to Jesse, and Jesse doesn't say anything, but Jesse's just slowly losing his mind. He's freaking out the entire episode. I mean, he talks this time. Last episode he didn't even talk once, but now he's like, yay. I don't care, Facebook. Then Saul interrupts, does damage control, and I like how Jesse referenced how Hank put him in the hospital. Like, you're gonna beat it out of me like you did last time? Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Then Marie tries to get Walter Jr., which isn't 18. You can't really steal an 18-year-old, can you? I mean, he's still an infant. I mean, she just tried to. But, whatevs. Walt stops it. He put makeup on his scar, but it's terribly done. He's like, yeah, this is what happened when I passed out. And he tells Walter Jr. about the cancer, tells him about how it may have spread to his brain. He passed out. And not that. And then, we found earlier in the scene, when Walter Jr. wasn't on camera, but they heard his voice, I'm like, are they just gonna troll us some more? Just not show Walter Jr. At all? I mean, he was in the first step. He was in episode 9 for a split second. It seemed maybe 10, 15 seconds on screen. He's like, oh, breakfast. I want my curfew more. And then now we have a new award for the most awkward dinner in Breaking Bad history. Or I guess not dinner, because this wasn't dinner. This was pretty middle of the day. I'd say the most awkward meal ever has been dethroned. Jesse, Skyler, and Walt from I think season 5, season 4, one of those two, has been dethroned. It is now the Whites and the Schraders. You could cut the tension with. Actually, I don't even know this phrase. I'm not even gonna try it, but. Oh my god, this was intense. This was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? They talk a little bit, but it's mainly just the kids were coming with us, and Skylar's like, they are not. Marie's like, they are not safe, Skylar. They are safe. And during all this, the waiter's coming in, interrupting, like, you guys want anything to drink? Hank's just staring down Walt. Walt's trying not to look suspicious. Skylar's like spacing out, trying to like, I'm not here, and Marie's just like nearly crying. Okay, I'll go get some water. By the way, the extras in this scene were phenomenal. Like, no one was in the background like, I'm on camera, which means they're probably paid extras. Nonetheless, they're still fantastic. This was a really funny scene. If like the dry humor of the show comes in this scene, like some parts is really intense, but then when the waiter comes in, it's like, huh. Hank has the death stare, and then Marie's like, why don't you kill yourself? Because from her point of view, it'd be pretty good. Hank gets off, everyone gets off. Walter's dead, but she doesn't give a shit about Walter at this point. And the Whites leave, but they leave the DVD that they filmed the scene prior, but we didn't know what was on it. Well, they go home and watch it. Holy shit, this was a genius. I heard a little bit of like speculation that something like this would happen. I think it was on Rob Has a Podcast. They talked about maybe they can just blame it all. This was him and Trev's Chan too. Talked about how Walt could just say that Hank was in on it the whole time and Hank has nothing on him. But I didn't realize that. I was like, okay, whatever. I didn't realize it made this much sense, though. Like, at this point, Walter has more evidence against Hank for his fake crime than Hank has against Walt for his real multiple crimes. It's like, what? And how when he says the medical bill is $177,000. I mean, that's not just some guess. That's the exact number of dollars that it needed to be paid. And apparently this was Hank's first time learning about it. He's like, what's he talking about, Marie? What's he talking about? They told me it was gambling money. I didn't know. You screwed us! Because now he realizes he can't win. Which is maybe why he commits suicide later on, because there was a theory on, like, he's about, I guess while there were cops, like, there's a TV in the background talking about cops who just committed suicide, and as soon as you hear that line, it cuts to Hank, so maybe people are thinking, oh, well, maybe Hank kills himself. Possibly. That could very possibly well happen at this point, especially if this DVD gets out. And people actually think that he is Heisenberg. But I don't think they do, because Heisenberg's read in Walter's house in the flash forward. So I would bet against people thinking he's Heisenberg, but I wouldn't bet against that DVD getting out. Yeah, and this scene would have been like this would have been like a season finale, or like at least an episodic finale of nearly any show. The Walking Dead, I don't think The Walking Dead had this good of like a episodic finale in a long time. This wasn't even it. This was the commercial finale. What? The best is yet. I don't think this scene is topped, but it's still like, oh my god, at the end. But now we're on the way there. Jesse and Saul are waiting for Walt, and you can see a tarantula on the ground. It's easily symbolism of Jesse just going slowly into craziness, or like losing all his morality. Actually, no. He's maintaining it, but he's having to deal with the fact that in his business there are no morals, and he's looking at the tarantula, which reminds him of the kid that Todd shot without morals. Jesse calls out Walt for killing Mike, and then Walt is like, no, I didn't do that. And like he tells him that he can go get a new life, go wherever he wants, and then Jesse's like, you're just trying to help yourself, which is what he's trying to do. But I think so. And then he goes and hugs it. I think it was half and half. I think he was half sincere, half just like, get the fuck out of my life because you're going to ruin it. he's hugging him, and Jesse's first is like apprehensive, but then he just starts crying into his shoulder because he finally has a father figure that accepts him, because his parents are just like disowned him. They didn't even want him to own the house anymore that was given to him. They just hate him. It's like, Then we cut to Skylar. She's freaking out because she's like scared shitless that her whole family is fucked, not just Walt and her, now also Hank and Marie and her kids are gonna find us. Not good. And Walt's like, it worked. It's okay. I am the danger. He didn't say that last part, but that actually makes no sense if he said that. But it'd be a cool nod. Hank tells Gomez to have his man stop tailing Jesse because Hank had people go after Jesse, but without probable cause. They can't do that without being sued up the ass, as Gomez so politely put it. And, yeah. Saul calls the guy to give Jesse a new life, and Jesse starts smoking some more weed, and he's like, you can't go if you're high, man. So he keeps the weed, puts it back in his pocket. He's like, ugh, bitch. Jesse leaves this, and then Jesse gets dropped off, but apparently you can see like the big security guy take the weed out of his pocket as he walks out the door, because that's what I heard in like a podcast I watched from Rob has a podcast, Rob Cisternino. I think his Breaking Bad podcast are really, really good. And then Jesse's like, he's waiting, and he's just like, oh, I'll go smoke a joint. By the way, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones mashup, I love you. He can't find it. He's like, holy shit, where is it? It's not there. Then he finds, which then connects in his head, if I can be pickpocketed that easily. There's my cigarettes. He sees the ricin is gone. Like a season ago. But a season later, he's like, the ricin's gone. Just connects in his head. He didn't say it. At this whole point, I'm like, it's just his fucking cigarettes. What's the big... Why is he freaking out? Because I thought... Because I haven't rewatched the series. I'm going to rewatch it after everything's over with, because I know what the ending is, looking at all the like people's theories, and they're all not really conspiracies, but like symbolism and stuff. So I didn't go back and rewatch the series, because if stuff I miss, I can just go on r/Breaking Bad, read all the theories, and like, oh, that happened, oh, okay. So I, for some reason, didn't connect that Jesse did not know the ricin is not in his possession. He did not know Walt had it. And then this connects in his head that Walt poisoned Brock. But the only problem with this is he was clearly told it was the lily in the valley that poisoned Brock, not the ricin. So I'm like, huh? I mean, yeah, I could create more suspicion, but that's not what happened. So I was really confused at that. Maybe really let's not get there. So he goes back, and first he goes back, punches Saul, and has the gun to his face, and for a split second I thought Saul was gonna die. Then I remembered, oh yeah, spin-off show, and Vince Gilligan already said, yeah, Saul survives, so I'm like, he's not gonna die then, unless Gilligan's a liar, which would not surprise me very much. This is like when he's like, okay, yeah, and like, so, you did take it! Grit heads out with the gun, takes his car keys, and then Saul calls with his pink phone, like, his fucking phones are just crap. Calls Walt, and Walt goes and gets his gun from the car wash, and I don't know why it was frozen, I don't know. Goes back, and then he leaves, and Jesse, cut to Jesse with a gasoline tank full of gasoline, pouring it all over the Walt residence, getting ready to burn his house. Fade to fucking black. I was like, holy oh wait. His house doesn't get burned down because it's a little bit destroyed in the flash forward, but it's not burnt, it's not destroyed, so that means this fire is a big failure. But for for a solid 10 minutes, I was like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? I'm still so excited to see what happens. It's just like, I think the flash forward spoiled a lot of stuff for us that we would have been able to realize just rewatching the series, knowing what happened after watching the ending. I think the flash forward spoiled a lot, sadly, but it also could just be scenes that we don't have to watch anymore. Like, you just, oh, that's the diner. Oh, okay, he goes back in his house and now he has the rice. And because Breaking Bad does tend to treat its viewers like they're not a bunch of dipshits. We're not watching Grown Ups 2 right now. We're watching fucking Breaking Bad. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think's going to happen in episode 12? Like the video if you haven't already. Give me any of your thoughts about Breaking Bad. It doesn't even have to be Breaking Bad related, but I really hope it is. Because I love this show, as you can tell, my two favorite shows in one shirt. Ripped Apparel. Ah. Just tell me anything. I love you all. I'll see you guys in the next review. Click subscribe down below for gaming content, movie reviews, TV news, TV show reviews, everything. I love you all. I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.